Man, welcome back to another episode of the Play for Keys podcast, the only podcast where we do something different. where we go ahead and just do something different, man. Shout out to the guy book, man. What a not the air horn. I need the applause. Come on, man.
Yes,
welcome King Jordan Booker. He DJs.
Yes, sir.
He does everything. A loyal subscriber. One of the first subscribers to subscribe to the pod before we blew up. Emphasis on blew up.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, y'all are blowing up. I'm like, y'all get 100 subscribers each day. I'm like, sheesh.
Hey, yeah.
We can't even like it's all because of people like you, but it's all because of people like you, man.
Nah, man, you laid the foundation, literally. Like you laid the foundation. You want to come up as well. I saw your TikTok. It should be at like 75K, huh? 70K. I don't know how many views it is now. It's going
98,
crazy.
but it's shot. It's shot.
Oh, yeah, fuck it. I mean, last time we were here, we were literally at 999 subscribers. I'm here to report to you today, as it currently stands, we are at 1,235. 1,235, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, 1,235?
1,235, and it just keeps going. It just keeps going.
I guess like once you get that first 1,000, you just start coming easier a little bit because people see the number and be like, "Oh, okay, enough people listen to it. I can subscribe."
Bro.
Yeah. Also, last comment on the most popular video that we have is I hate racist podcasts.
That means we're doing something right.
Hey, if white people calling you racist, we're doing a great job. We're doing a great job. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm your host, Greg. That's my co-host, Jax. This is our guest, Jordan Book. We are here. We're thriving. Welcome to the show, the podcast for casuals. If you're a casual, this is the show for you. There's plenty of comments in that one video that's like, man, they casuals. I'm like, yeah. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Free promo. Before we go into anything, any other topics, let's go ahead and pay our bills real quick.
Donation.
Come on, man.
Donation.
Shout out to DJ Book.
Donation.
He one of them niggas, man.
And you got the power to
He had the power to change it. He one of them ones. Just for you, Book. Hey, just for you, Book.
All I hear is that check came in.
Come on now. Come on, man. Look, that was exclusively for you. I would never do that for nobody else.
I appreciate it.
Okay. Now let's go ahead and get into the nitty gritty. Let's go ahead and knock out the things that we
do not care.
We just don't care about. Just real quick, really quick. Jax, go ahead and take it away because I kind of forgot.
Well, Bill Belichick and him being 74, and he got him a 25-year-old girlfriend. They're going on like joint interviews together, and it's getting a little. I don't even know what you want to call it, but it's getting a little odd. And here's like a little clip from an interview they just did.
Dignity and respect when you were let go by Robert Kraft?
Yeah, well, it was a mutual decision for us to part ways.
He said fired.
It was a mutual decision.
The other change for Belichick is 24-year-old Jordan Hudson, his creative muse, as he writes in his book.
Make sure that's
Jordan was a constant presence during our interview.
You have Jordan right over there. Everybody in the world seems to be following this relationship. They've got an opinion about your private life. It's got nothing to do with them, but they're invested in it. How do you deal with that?
never been too worried about what everybody else thinks. Just try to do what I feel like is best for me and what's right.
How did you guys meet?
Not talking about this.
No.
No.
It's a topic neither one of them is comfortable commenting on.
Dang.
I'm it's a little odd how this 70-year-old man ended up meeting a 20-year-old girl, and they don't want to elaborate on how they met. It's a little odd to say the least. And now,
Me personally, I didn't know that. In my mind, I thought Bill Belichick said we wasn't talking about it. Oh, she said,
yeah,
she the one that's, hey, we not talking about it. The one that had all that power.
Now there's more reports that like she somehow got a $9 million in real estate, $9 million in real estate assets since she started dating Bill Belichick, and like before that she was only a cosmetologist. Now everybody's like wondering, how is she getting this money? Where is she? Obviously she's getting the money from him, but it's just like I don't want to like. Bill Belichick is old, and a lot of times we look at it as a situation like this as, oh, he's being creepy, but maybe she's the one that's being creepy. He might not know. This could be elder abuse. He might not know no better.
Elder abuse is crazy.
Elder abuse is.
First
of all, I'm not shooting no old white man, no kind of bell. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not shooting that man, no kind of bell. He knows exactly what he's doing. If I'm his son, I'm checking the wheels. I'm checking the wheels right now. Yeah, he got 2 kids. That's older than his girl.
His kids are older than her.
Yeah, kids older than this woman. If I'm his son, if I'm the son, I'm checking them wheels just to make sure I'm good.
For the next thing we don't care about.
We do not care.
There's no real like easy way to put this, so I'm gonna just say John Elway killed his best friend on a golf cart.
What?
Yeah, that's what happened. He was riding his golf cart late at night, and apparently the guy fell off and died. Nobody necessarily knows all the stuff that happened. Like it's sort of relatively recent, but yeah, and everybody's acting like it's normal. Like it's not suspicious at all. His best friend just died late at night on a golf cart where they're the only 2 there. And I mean, hey, that's all I got to say.
It's quite interesting, to be honest.
Hey man, look, Broncos from the 90s. It's been a bad stretch of 90s Broncos. Shannon Sharp, John Elway, O.J. Simpson's vehicle. The list just keeps going on, man. It just keeps going on. Man, what a generational bad run. Please. RIP to that man. But, respectfully. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the real meat and potatoes, the real nitty gritty of what we're all here to talk about. We're here to talk about fathers. Okay. NBA fathers, to be exact. And we all want to know everybody's reactions to what their father, of what you would have done if your father was put in a predicament such like Tyrese Haliburton's dad and Giannis Antetokounmpo. It's the end of the game. The Pacers have won, and lo and behold, ooh. For our audio listeners, basically what just happened, Giannis was headbutting the hell out of Tyrese Haliburton's dad, and he's still talking back and whatever. I'm gonna say this. This is exactly what Stephen A. Smith thought he was doing when he was talking to LeBron James. I'll give Tyrese Haliburton dad that, because I'm not gonna give him a lot, but at least it looks like he really with it for real. Do you have what led up to it, Jax? I do. I have it on my end, but I don't know if you have it on your end.
Okay, cool. It's a video right below it. Well, this is what led up to it. The Pacers have won the game against the Bucks, knocked them out the playoffs. Haliburton made a crazy layup over Giannis, and the fans rushed the court. And at the end of the game, you see Tyrese Haliburton's dad right here, walking up with a flag, yelling at Giannis, and which spiraled into this greater everything. people tried to separate them, and it just became a whole thing.
Absolutely. Shout out to the Milwaukee broadcast for going even in more depth. Going even in more depth of what the situation actually was. Of just out here just staring.
He was on the court.
He was on the court.
Oh yeah, he different.
He ran on that court. This is crazy. Now I say all this because I wanted to share his sentiments on what he said, what actually happened.
He's too old to be doing this. You can just tell he looked too old to be doing this. Whatever this is, he looked too old to be doing it.
It might have seemed like I was looking at him, but I really wasn't. I was looking through him.
That's
how I was in the moment. I know it looked like we were looking, like I was staring him down, but it wasn't like that. It was in the moment, as if I was looking right through him. And yes, I had the banner in my hand going.
I wasn't looking at him. I was looking right as he looks directly in his eyes.
Yay. Giannis never said anything to me. I never said anything to Giannis. There was no back and forth.
But that changed when Giannis went face to face with John near his baseline seats a few moments later.
He grabbed my hands, he put his forehead on my forehead, and he said, "Don't disrespect me. Don't effing disrespect me." Okay? And I said to him, I was not trying to disrespect you, which I wasn't. I'm telling you, I did not do that on purpose. I really did not. And then I said to him, "I love you." He said back to me, "I love you." We patted chest. He gave us a thumbs up, and he walked away.
This nigga here.
Giannis finna do him like the gorilla was finna do everybody.
Hey, I remember somebody in the comments said, y'all better be glad. Y'all better be glad Giannis has like self-control. Y'all better be glad this nigga not no demon, no enemy. Did y'all see that that Benedict Mathurin exchange between Giannis and him?
Yeah, Giannis was just mad. He wanted to fight everybody, and I just
nigga big bro them.
Can you blame him though?
Blame who?
Giannis. Well, actually, first, do y'all think what Haliburton's dad said was true? I want both of y'all opinions. Do y'all believe him or no?
From the video, I'm like, it's sort of because he did the thumbs up, but I don't know if he was. It was like they said a little more choice words.
Exactly. I'm like, I don't know. What he's
trying to paint a different picture for sure. The only thing I believe is that nigga said I love you, and Giannis snapped out of it and said I love you too, because you can literally see him mouth the words I love you. So I have no choice but to believe that, because I would have never believed it without the context. But outside of that, when he was on that court, not gonna lie, when he said I wasn't looking at him, I'm looking through him, that sounds even worse to me. Me personally, the fuck you mean you looking through me, nigga? Fuck out of here.
Yeah,
that sounds worse. Fuck, nigga. So the fact that he was on the court, and I think the NBA has already said that they've banned him from games home and away for the foreseeable future. That's just a fancy word. That's just a fancy word for niggas to be like, oh, okay, like for the rest of the playoffs. I doubt this is career, and he'll come back. He'll be able to come back. He's Tyrese Haliburton's dad. Like he'll be able to come back at some point. But
NBA be taking that fan interaction, because at the end of the day, he still is a fan. They be taking that fan interaction with players serious. Because Haliburton's dad don't look like Haliburton. What if Giannis would have just knocked him out, bro? Like, what would have happened? Because that very much.
First of all, the fact that nigga was able to get on the court is insane. Yeah. The fact that there wasn't even like a security like, hey, yo, get back here.
Like as soon as the game ended, he was on the court with everybody else immediately holding up that towel. Like
hold a fucking banner. But God forbid Hakeem Olajuwon want to go up the court for his alma mater. God forbid that after they beat Duke. This is crazy. But like Tyrese Haliburton's already have said he's gonna take accountability, talk to his dad because that was not cool or whatever. In your situation, if you're the star player Tyrese Haliburton, if that was your father, what would y'all do in that? What would y'all do? I want both of y'all answers. This is a discussion. I want to know what would y'all do if that was your father.
He's not coming back to none of the games. Like that's just I've done the exact same thing Haliburton did. Like say, hey, he was tripping, and also like the NBA or the Pacers, they wouldn't have had the ban. I'd be like, yeah, you're not coming with the game. You're not coming with me to the games for the rest of the playoffs because you was just why was you on the court? Stop being weird. Like yeah, I was doing the exact same thing.
I'm gonna let him come back. You need somebody on your team to ride for you like that. Honestly,
he got a mom. He got a girl. He got teammates.
Man, but it's your dad. It's like he seen you. His
dad is different though.
His dad almost got his head knocked off his shoulders.
And sometimes you need that, but you need a ride on your team. That's gonna stand tall for you no matter the circumstances. That's me personally.
Nah, the Pacers got what's his name? James Johnson, the NBA player that everybody afraid of because he's like a black belt and he's 6'7". Like they got him.
Even better.
He don't need nobody else on his team.
But he not gonna
even more reason to bring this nigga back. Hey, look, if it was me, not gonna hold you. You not headbutting my dad, my nigga. I'm not gonna lie to you, nigga. I'm all right. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna have to stand with
your dad your dad's the one who started the fight. You get mad at him for
Hey, obviously niggas ain't been in relationships in a minute, yo. This is not how you do it. You don't shun your person, you don't shun your ride or dies in public. You handle that in private. Yeah, I'm talking crazy shit to my dad when we in private. Like, nigga, that's crazy. We not doing that. In public, I'm standing right beside that man. And what? I might yell with that nigga. I might yell with him. Yeah. Get off the court, Giannis. It's an away game. Go home. Go to your locker room. Why are you still standing? Walk away, man.
Go home.
Had you walked away, had you walked away like LeBron, you know how LeBron be walking to the locker room before like 15 seconds before the shit ends.
Yeah.
Maybe if you did that, you wouldn't be in the predicament that you was in, my nigga. I'm not gonna lie. Like Giannis, you gotta take a little bit of just a tad bit, just a incy with a little bit of accountability when it comes to my pops. When it comes to my dad,
mind you, Giannis did absolutely nothing wrong, but he still got to take accountability. It's crazy.
He lost.
Yeah,
that's what he did wrong.
Yeah, loser.
He lost.
Loser.
If he would have won, it would be a different story.
Oh God. And the Pacers and the Bucks got beef for real. Like they've been having beef since that basketball shit from last year. And I'm taking the game ball. Actually, yeah. And I'm taking the game ball.
Oh, he different.
Low key, I feel like Haliburton be trying to be nice to Giannis, like low key, because he's like Giannis, I know you don't like it in Milwaukee, so if you want to request a trade, come over to the Pacers. Like we can use you. So I feel like that's why Haliburton not really going to be too mean to Giannis.
That's real. That's real. I just wanted to see where everybody had at when it came to their fathers. You know what I mean? I wanted to see how 10 toes are y'all. How 10 toes are y'all with y'all? Man? I just wanted to know. I was checking the temp.
That's twin right here.
I wish I would call my dad twin. He'll look at me kind of crazy. Twin.
Y'all look alike.
No, we don't. It's a dark skinned man. Shout out to him though. Love you, pops. Love you, pops.
He different.
Anyways. Man.
Great.
But since we're talking about Giannis and in certain situations, since he lost, since he is a loser, well, in his words, there's no such thing as losing in sports. It's steps to success. I remember that. I remember he did say that.
That's what he said. Like, a bar for when you lose, but like that's not a bar, bro. You know that's losing, bro.
But that leads to a whole lot of first round exits from Giannis since he won his championship in 2021, I believe. And it leads to trade rumors. It leads to ultimately like, okay, like Giannis could be leaving. could be going to another destination. One of those destinations that people keep leaking him to is the San Antonio Spurs. Having a front court of Victor Wembanyama and Giannis is scary. On top of your rookie of the year, Stephon Castle. But before we can even get into those kind of conversations, breaking news, Greg Popovich is officially stepped down as the head coach for the Spurs. He will be the team. Was it team president?
Yeah, he'll be the team president now.
Team president.
I mean, we sort of suspected something like this might come soon because he had like that stroke at the start of the year. And I think I don't know what it was, but I know he was hospitalized. I think maybe like a couple of weeks back. I saw like a video of him. Like, I think they said like he was out to eat and something happened, so he had to go to the hospital or whatever. So like we knew he was having these health problems because he also is like Bill Belichick and old as hell. So it sucks that he's not retiring, but he's basically retiring. It sucks he had to do it in this way, but I mean, he's Greg Popovich. He's like the GOAT coach ever. Like, he had 5 championships. He done sent how many people to the Hall of Fame? Like, he's not one of them ones. He is the one. Like, what did it say? Winningest coach in NBA history, 5 titles, 18 straight 50-win seasons, 3-time coach of the year, 170 playoff wins. Like, he's that guy. So he's had an amazing career. So I mean, I guess you can't really be too mad at that.
Honestly, I think it's a good way to go out. Like, you literally almost died on the court for real,
Yeah.
That's
so
true. That is true.
I don't know. He didn't get kicked out because he was losing or nothing. So.
Yeah, which is true because a lot of people wanted him to kind of like leave out around the same time Tim Duncan left out. Since that's,
I was thinking he should too.
Yeah, but in hindsight is always 20/20. But I can imagine Pop being like, "Why the hell would I leave now, nigga? I got Kawhi. Fuck. I got Kawhi. I just got LaMarcus Aldridge. Oh yeah, we're cooking, nigga. Like Derek White, we're cooking. So I can understand the logic, but and ultimately, like I'm kind of glad that he kind of kept going. I understand health plays a part, and that's a good perspective. He really left it all out on the court,
And he got a chance to help coach and develop Wemby for at least a little bit. I feel like that was another reason he wanted to stay longer because like he's like, hey, when the next time anybody gonna get to coach a 7'5" person that can shoot threes and dribble and do all this other crazy stuff? So, yeah. I mean, you can't be mad at the way his career happened. You can't be mad at how it ended because I mean he fulfilled every single checkbox. So he's had a hell of a career.
And he's still going. Like he's still going to be, he's still going to be a part of the team and the facility. Really on some Brad Stevens shit. You know what I mean? Like he really going to be, still going to be a voice.
Oh, and I know earlier we had talked like a couple episodes back. I think we talked about who we think could be the new coach for them and blah blah blah. And like Mike Malone was floated, but it turns out they're going to end up promoting their interim coach who's been there since Popovich took a leave of absence. I believe his name is Mitch Johnson. Yeah, he's going to be their new head coach. Or I guess not new because he's been the interim, but he's going to be their head coach now. So I know he's pretty young, but oh well. So we'll see what he can.
I mean, any nigga under Pop, I'm not going to say no to.
You said what?
I said any nigga that's under Pop, like if Pop approves of somebody, I'm going to just trust it because I haven't seen a bad coach from the tree. So if there's an interim that's locked in with the guys for real, and I think that does play a part when you already got somebody that's familiar with the group that you have. Like I know Mike Malone's good, but he's gonna have to get used to a Victor Wembanyama. Like he's gonna have to blend in with what this group is and understand the strengths and weaknesses. You already have somebody in house that you probably been training and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and trust it. I'm gonna trust it until it don't work, and it hasn't failed yet. It hasn't failed yet. So
yeah, Spurs coaching tree is elite. So like I think even Mike Malone was in that tree. So
yeah, Mike Malone was in that tree. Steve Kerr was in that tree. Taylor Jenkins was a part of that tree. I feel like I'm missing a few more, but those are the notable
there
ones.
are, but like that's just goes to show you like how many coaches came from that tree and how many coaches have been successful. So yeah, I wouldn't really be worried about Mitch Johnson that much either if I was a Spurs fan or a Spurs player for that matter.
Nigga, I got Wemby. Nigga, I got Wemby. There's nothing I'm worried about for real. Like, cool.
But moving on from the Spurs and Wemby, we got to talk about the real face of the league because Anthony Edwards is destroying all of our legends. Last season he beat I think maybe before that, but he beat KD.
No, that was last season. You know, it was last season he got swept. He swept him. I just wanted to make that abundantly clear. Nigga got swept.
You didn't need to bring all that up. You didn't need to bring all that up, but you did anyway. But regardless, he beat KD, and then this time, excuse me, or he beat KD in the playoff. Then he also, beat the Nuggets with Jokic and them. Then this season, he just ended up demolishing LeBron and Luka because the Wolves won. They won that series 4-1. I sort of was joking when I said the face of the league, but he is the face of the league, correct? Like he's the new guy in the NBA. He may not be the best, but he's the most or one of the more well-known younger players. I'm not too far off. I'm not too crazy saying that.
I was gonna say probably SGA.
But you said what? I didn't hear you.
SGA, Sha.
I mean, I like the Thunder, so I ain't mad at that decision. I ain't mad at that choice either.
Yeah, I think Anthony Edwards is right at that. He's right at that house money age where he can get away with what he's getting away with while still being in these kind of conversations. Like if he was to lose in like the second round or even the conference finals, nobody's gonna really give a fuck this year because he's still young. Like he hasn't hit that 25, 26 age where it's like a championship or a bust kind of mentality with him. Or if he has a bad game, like people like him so much right now, like they don't care that he had a bad game in game 5. Like
no, he was terrible in game 5.
He did not play that well. You know what I mean? So
he shot 0 for 11 from 3. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, but he did not have a good game. He did not have a good game. But people fuck with him and we're having these kind of conversations. I would say stuff like this makes me understand and really conceptualize that the Jason Tatum hate is really forced. I will say that shit is extremely forced. Not saying that he needs to be the face of the league, but the hate is forced. It's forced to a degree of like the things Jason Tatum has done in his career that gets significantly downplayed. All in the midst of him being 26, 27, has an NBA championship. All he doesn't have is the only thing he doesn't have is probably a Finals MVP. But being able to go to the conference final, like I remember I saw a segment on I don't know what show it was. We was just like, man, like if Anthony Edwards can get to the conference finals, beating who he's beating, man, we got to start talking about face of league conversations. I'm like, okay, like I'm not even here to argue that point, but the fact that we're talking about if he can just make it to the conference finals versus the amount of times this nigga Jason Tatum has hit the conference finals, has went to the finals twice. It's just like, yo, look, I understand I'm not expecting him to be the face of the league, but my nigga,
he can be
hate
close.
is forced. The hate is forced, my nigga.
I see what you're saying, but low key, like if Anthony Edwards, like he just beat, like I said, he beat all the legends I just named, and then next round they're probably gonna play the Warriors because the Warriors are more than likely gonna beat the Rockets. We'll see tonight. But if he makes it, if it ends up being the Warriors and he beats Steph and Jimmy, that's and Draymond, I guess too. That's another notch on his belt for him just destroying like Hall of Fame players, legends. So I mean, like low key, he's having a tougher road than Jason Tatum's really. I feel like he's ever had. Honestly, just as far as like name wise. So I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know.
So I'm saying, so So we'll go deeper into the conversation of this player I'm about to name. But you're saying on this, and I'm like, okay, well, is he more of a face than Luka? Like, we having conversations over Luka that's done more?
I don't know if we can talk about Luka no more because, man, like, I don't like Nico Harrison. What he did was stupid, but, like, did he have a point? Because he was like, man, Luka's not serious. Luka is overweight. He's showing up out of shape. He can't play defense, blah, blah, blah. He'll get you to 50 points, but that's all he – not saying that's all he's doing. Like, that's not nothing. But, like, he'll get you hella points, but, like, that's all he can do. And then you get to the playoffs and you see how the Timberwolves, they were just going at Luka on defense, and he couldn't stop anything, which is crazy. Like, as an NBA player, you can at least put up like a little bit more of a fight. He wasn't really doing much of anything, and they just kept bullying him. That's who they were attacking on offense. And yeah, Luka was putting up good numbers on his side offensively, but like I was saying, the defense is just not there. And low key, like, to me, I don't agree with what Nico Harrison did, but like he got a point to me, bro. He has a point. Like, it's a small point, but it's a point nonetheless, bro.
No, the fuck you don't, bro. I hate this cherry picking ass shit. And before Book goes, I hate this cherry picking ass shit for real. Like, I'm gonna be so honest. I'm not using this playoff to justify what the fuck Nico Harrison's thought process was. First and foremost, we must understand. Before we even talk about the player, it's who the fuck you traded for. You know what I mean? Like, we're out here talking about who he got in return for Luka. Like, you got robbed, nigga. You robbed yourself of an opportunity to get more for Luka. Like, the trade itself was dumb because you out here trading injury prone ass niggas. That's besides the point. But
first game,
the main reason we having these kind of conversations, I don't blame anybody. I don't blame anybody but the Lakers fans and the media for making this seem like a reality that these niggas are finna go win the championship. I remember the first day when that Luka trade happened. Well, not the actual night, because me and Jackson going crazy on voice notes, like back and forth. But after
where were you? Do you remember where you were when you heard the Luka trade?
I think I was with my girlfriend. I ain't gonna lie. I think it was on a date. I was like, dang, you got traded. Let's go back to our date, though.
Nigga said, "Well, anyway." Anywho, that's crazy. But I remember one of the first things we said. One of the first things we said was, "Oh, okay, like they're throwing away the playoffs. Like they're tanking the playoffs for real. Like they got Luka, they got rid of all their defense, your best defensive big, and you got rid of Max Christie that had some two-way sides to him. Like you have defenders that you're giving up, and it's like, okay, bet like for Luka Doncic for the future. You're preparing for the future. Nobody expected the Lakers to go win an NBA Finals, but because the chemistry was so good and they ended up being a 3 seed, they keep looking at that 3 seed like, nigga, if they would have lost 2 more games, it would have been right back to the 7th or 8th. Like, they keep harping on this 3 seed thing as like, oh, we made it to the 3 seed. Nigga, if the Rockets would have lost 3 games, we would have been the 6th seed. It was just it's a volatile thing. So we understood. And the Mark Williams thing. Y'all was supposed to get a big in Mark Williams. He failed his physical, which I wanna investigate that because the nigga played the rest of the season. He played basketball for the rest of the season. I really want to know what the fuck really went on.
I didn't get that failed physical thing either, but I mean, I guess the Lakers had more. I guess they went through like a more thorough process for their physical than the Hornets did or whatever. But they for sure could have used the center. They for sure could have used the
center. So I'm like I said, we can have this conversation after a year 3 of Luka, a year 4 of Luka, maybe. Because let's be honest, this roster was not tailor made for Luka to just thrive in. You already know who he is as a player, and who he is as a player got you to the NBA Finals last year. So it is possible. It is possible. It's just a matter of if you want to do it or not. He don't have a point, in my opinion. I'm gonna stand on it. and I'm not going to use this cherry picking as little roster to justify an ounce, a minuscule of what Nico Harrison did. I'm sorry, can't do it.
Off topic. On topic, off topic. I guess it depends if LeBron gonna stay long enough for them to actually play with each other. I think
That's
2
it.
years max.
If I'm the Lakers, this doesn't happen. But I would have moved. I would have. I wish I would be able to move LeBron or just move on from LeBron because he's getting older, and it's like, okay, like yes, I understand he's fire, but you need to construct it, or at bare minimum, it needs to be like, okay, like this is Luka centric. Like Luka is the primary. LeBron, you need to start playing more off ball type shit, and then we need to build around Luka and get pieces. Real talk. I wish I could get pieces back for LeBron, but at this stage and age, like I don't know who's going to try to grab a LeBron at this age. Like respectfully, he's good, but
I think LeBron's contract is like maybe not up, but I think he has like an option this season or whatever, so he can like choose whether I want to like stay with the team or be a quote unquote free agent and then making them re-sign me for more money or whatever. But I feel like if Cleveland does not win, if Cleveland does not win the finals this season, which I don't necessarily think they will, although they are a really good team, I can see LeBron trying to go back to Cleveland like on some like last dance type stuff, bro. Like, because I was thinking he'd have like a last dance with the Lakers on some, we could mess around, make the finals, I could end on a high note. That's more than likely not gonna happen in his Lakers tenure. So I could see him trying to go back to Cleveland and end his career there.
That ain't bad.
It'd be a nice little like story. It's a storybook ending, and that how often that happens in real life is it don't really happen that much in real life, but it would be dope to see. I'm not going. And Cleveland is a good, like they're a good roster. I think they have the best record in the league.
The number one team.
So good roster. Donovan Mitchell. Obviously, some of them are going to have to leave, but like he's
that's
probably
going
to go up there with Donovan Mitchell. Evan Mobley, they'll probably still keep him or something like that. So I don't know, man. I could see something like that happening.
I think there's a world where Cleveland says no.
That's also very true.
Because it's like the amount of stuff we have to give up. Like Cleveland thrives off of the amount of depth that they have.
I don't feel like they don't have to, like, but you were saying like LeBron is like what 42 now, 41, 42. Like you won't have to give up that much for a 42-year-old man who's going to be 43 by the time the contract ends. Damn. And he's only going to play like 2 more years max, maybe. Max.
I mean, are you talking about Lakers dealing LeBron there or LeBron going there as a free agent?
Either or, I'm being honest. Like either or.
If I'm talking about the Lakers dealing LeBron, boy, hell no. Them niggas just got Luka. They think anything's possible. They think anything's possible. They finna try a lot of things. But if it's a free agent thing, I agree more with what you got going on. Because you got niggas like DeAndre Hunter coming off the bench and giving you crazy like numbers and points. Like they have a nice little depth. I think I really like their chemistry. So
5 years, LeBron. He want to play with Bronny.
Stop. 5 years.
I mean, Bryce gonna be draft eligible. What next year?
5 years just too. Like, what do you? Like, I understand he's the GOAT and everything, but it's just like, what? Why are you still playing? Like, you don't get tired? You're not bored?
Bron be hooping like he don't give a fuck no more anyway. So
exactly, like, bro, you can chill. But I mean, he might want to. I don't even know what is he chasing another championship? Because like he's not gonna get 6 like Michael Jordan. He's not gonna catch up, and that's not a problem. Like anybody who doesn't have LeBron as a GOAT now, they're not gonna change their opinion because you've had 20 plus years to change your opinion. So if you don't think he's a GOAT now, you never will. So I don't really get what he's chasing, but
no, nigga just bored, bro. He's just bored. That's all it is. He bored. He bored as hell. But I think ultimately, we'll see how it goes with LeBron. And I might add that this has been, and maybe I'm biased because I'm a Rockets fan, but this has been one of the more greater like first round matchups. Like just a first round for the NBA, I've been thoroughly entertained by the basketball that I've been seeing.
This is
on
a
a
bias.
night-to-night basis.
It's a biased take as a because you're a Rockets fan. I feel like this is a biased take, but I get it though. I understand it.
I mean, I feel like out of all the games, granted, I've tried my best to watch all the games, but some of them hoes, I kind of fell asleep. I kind of fell asleep on some of my Rockets games. I ain't gonna lie, but it just be so late. It be 10 p.m. when the shit starts, nigga. It's like 11. Yeah. I'm more focused on like the Nuggets, Clippers, the Knicks, Pistons. Shit, even the
Knicks was a great series.
Bucks Pacers. I like the energy that was going on with there. Like I'm thinking about the Eastern stuff that I see up off top to get me ready for the Rockets game. I'm like, damn, these little dudes, this shit not bad, my man. This kind of crazy. But even now, even to this day, you know, we have a lot of conversations, or a lot of talking heads have conversations of the first round matchups need to stop being 7 games. They don't need to be 7 games. But some people saying bump that shit down to best of 3. Some people saying a best of 5. Do y'all think that it should stay a 7 game? Should it be reduced down?
How you feel about it? You said what?
I guess like for what? Like it's the same, you know what I'm saying? I guess the game is long, but like, you know, I don't see a problem with it to change it. So like they hoping, you know what I'm saying? People want to go to games to give people who don't got enough money to go to at least that first game. If it's 5, the first game gonna be $1,000 off rip, you know what I'm saying? So I guess it give people, because I be at the game. Look, it costs $100 to have you know, it's just crazy up there. So
yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. It gives you at least one solid game that you can go to as a fan. True.
I know they used to do like 5 games for like the first round series and stuff, and then change it to 7. But I think 7 is fine. Like
7's good.
I think 7 is good. I don't think they should change it. I don't really see the benefit in changing it, if anything, because
and they won't change it because money.
Also, very
ultimately, they won't change it because money, my nigga.
If
but
anything,
if we did have
bad games to make more money, like
anybody that's talking like this, I'ma just assume you're a Miami Heat fan or a Memphis Grizzlies fan, because that was the only games that I felt were a little unwatchable. And even some of those games, there was a Memphis game that was thoroughly entertaining, and then OKC came back, and it became even more entertaining. Niggas, so I don't really care. But now that's irrelevant now, and we're all on the same page. Now it's time to get down to the real nitty gritty. One gorilla versus 100 million. All right, one gorilla. You know, real niggas like me. Shit, 100 gorillas versus me, nigga. Who winning? But I had a blind I do have a blind reaction because, well, first of all, I'm going down the line. Is 100 niggas stopping a gorilla? Yes or no? Just a yes or no. Jack?
Just straight yes or no. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say yes. Why not? I'm gonna say yes.
100 niggas beating a gorilla. Okay. Book.
I'm agreeing with Jax. I'm going with yes.
I think there's 100 niggas. Okay. All right. Me personally, ultimately, I'm going to say yes, but my caveat is if I can pick the 100 men, yes. If we just talking about 100 niggas off the street, no.
100 off the street, nah, this is getting cleaned up.
No.
Very, very fast.
I look at niggas at my job and I look at how they built. Nah.
Bro, what is going on?
Respectfully, no.
Yo.
I almost said something crazy. I'll say it off. I'll believe it. Hey, I'll believe this out.
Was that not crazy?
Nah, because now I have a blind reaction for y'all because somebody has been able to come up with 100 niggas that they felt like could get the job done. And I'm here to let you know and see if he's cooking or not. Okay. And I will try my best to go through this list as fast as I can. And I'll skip a few names because some of them niggas is irrelevant and y'all probably don't know who they are. Neither do I sometimes. But let's go on. First one off the rip, John Jones. First one off the rip is John Jones. I like how he started. John Jones, Aaron Donald, Alex Pereira in charge of the walkout. Ray Lewis, captain and pregame speech. That's very crucial. Chris Hemsworth, Sylvester Stallone, David Goggins, The Rock, Deontay Wilder, my dad, when he's mad at me for handing him the wrong screwdriver. I'll leave that one out. Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, The Undertaker, John Morant in charge of the celebration after the W. I feel like that's it.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
All right, 50 Cent in his prime, a random psycho high school D coordinator / history teacher. That's a crazy pull, but I respect it.
Because they always be big as hell.
Reuben Foster, Jokic's brother, Khabib, Turtle Man, Tom Hardy, Kris Jenner, bait. That's crazy.
Kris Jenner, what?
Yo, giving the gorilla bait is crazy.
What is going on?
Hey, that's crazy. That's Jason Momoa, Zion Williamson. Let me go ahead. Jalen Carter, Cameron Haynes, Will Compton, Trent Williams, my elementary school bully, Brock Lesnar, John Cena, Steven Adams, Ben Wallace, Ron Artest, Antonio Brown, Vontaze Burfict, Prime Lawrence Taylor.
Lawrence Taylor will work.
Not a shade. The Prime Lawrence Taylor. Jared Bateman, Brian Dawkins, DJ Swearinger, Brian Urlacher, Shaq, Big Show, Jared from Subway, also bait. That's crazy.
What?
Nick Chubb on leg day. Tyson Fury, Terrence Howard, required podcast after. Cat Williams on play-by-play commentary. Snoop Dogg on color commentary. Kevin Hart as the field reporter. Tony Baker. Tyler Booker off rip. Nigga just got drafted.
Yes, sir.
That's crazy. Dylan Stewart, Lane Johnson, Myles Garrett. That's a great pull right there. Max Crosby, DK Metcalf, George Pickens, Andre Johnson when fighting Cortland Finnegan type of energy. Cam Newton, Duke Dennis. Crazy pull. Crazy pull. Dexter Lawrence, James Harrison, Chris Jones, Jadeveon Clowney, Vita Vea, Vince Wilfork, TJ Walk, Jameis Winston, head of morale. I feel like that's a very important pull. Brian Cushing and Dominican Sue. David from David and Goliath. Oh my God.
David would help us. David would work.
It would be number one.
Tom Aspinall, Ken Griffey Jr. on photography, Conor McGregor, Kim Jong-un, bait. Also, please don't read this, sir.
LOL.
Putin, bait. Please don't read this, sir. Michael Parsons, Clemson's mascot. Let me see. I think there's the last one. Don't know who that is. P. Diddy is bait. Harvey Weinstein is bait. R. Kelly as in bait, and he called himself myself. Won't do anything, but can claim I was on the team that got the W. I ask you all as I made this long ass list, is this enough to take down the gorilla?
There's too many skinny people on that list. Like, I understand what they're trying. Too many skinny. Like, Khabib was on that list, and he's like one of the greatest MMA fighters everywhere. He's like 5'6", bro. That gorilla is.
But Khabib wrestled. But Khabib wrestled bears. He be wrestling bears though.
He did wrestle a bear in that one video. I'm not gonna lie. I forgot
what.
It.
Like, I feel like that has to count for something.
I don't know because I'm also of the belief that I also am one of the people that think a gorilla could kill a grizzly bear, but we don't got to get into that today. But
oh yeah, I feel like a gorilla can work the shit out of a grizzly bear.
Exactly. So he wrestled a bear, but I feel like if that team was like 50 Vita Veas because he's like a nose tackle who's like 400 pounds, it was like 50 of them. I think so.
And we got Vince Wilfork. And we
But,
got
like,
Miles Garrett in the Big Show.
What strategy should be used to take down this gorilla? Like, because I see some people like we can send that waves. I don't think it has to be everybody at once has to pilot the gorilla.
Yes,
we have to pilot. If you send like a wave of like 10 people, that gorilla's cleaning them niggas up so fast.
There should never be waves. It has to be everybody all at once. You just jump on top of that nigga, and you just have to. You pilot.
Stop beating him up.
So hey, suffocate that nigga, and then once he's unconscious or whatever, do what you got to do.
That list not winning. Half the people talking about the fight. I don't know. Half the people reporting. So I don't know. Reporters and celebrations. Mm-mm.
That nigga. I think that nigga has too much bait. Like you can't. You should only have like 1 or 2 baits at minimum. Kris Jenner and whoever else you want to do, like that should be your bait, and then after that, go crazy. And why do they? And I thought only the gorilla can determine what the bait is for real. Because what if you look at Kris Jenner and be like, nah, I'm cool.
I'm looking at gorilla stats right now. It says a typical silverback weighs 430 pounds and stands 5 feet tall. That's not that big. But they can lift over 1,763 pounds. So that's it changes things. Let's see.
I feel like he can beat up a dead person and then use that dead person as a weapon.
The arm span up to 8 feet 6 inches. Does that mean like it's wingspan or like a singular arm? I don't know. I haven't seen a gorilla in person because I haven't been to the zoo in a very long time, so I don't know.
Damn.
No, that gorilla is taking us out. I'm sorry. That gorilla might take us all out.
I ain't gonna lie.
With the right amount of people, we got it. But like I said,
choke him.
I feel like a gorilla is like, because it's all muscle. I feel like its neck is so thick you can't even like get your arm around it to choke it.
Look, I've been practicing, man.
Man, I remember that. You was you took down a bull.
Why were you wrestling that bull? Like I saw the video where you explained it, but why were you wrestling that bull?
Look, the other people was doing this. I was like, let's just do it.
Doing side quests. This nigga be having side quests in his life.
But you did. That's a crazy. You got the bull though. You tied it up. I was like, I don't know how you did it.
Trying to tell you, we just got to get on bro neck and.
That nigga has a specific niche of like get ready with me, but like it be crazy shit. Get ready with me as I take down this bull. And then the next day, get ready with me as I said, as I work, for the Houston Rockets or whatever, whatever you may be doing, you know what I mean, or as I DJ. You should be having. It don't never be a consistent life. It's just you doing something different every day.
Book range is crazy, and then he'll do all that and then go DJ a couple hours later that same night. His range,
and then go pray and read his Bible
right after.
Like what a life, yeah. What a life, bro.
You gotta stay living, guys.
I think we all agree for the most part how we feel about the gorillas, but I think it's time for the gorillas to know about what our hot takes might be for the week.
My hot take is that ladies shouldn't be aspiring to be bottle girls. I think there's so much more opportunities out here to just be flashing lights. Like they don't even have the sparkles no more. So I said that all to say, yeah, I was doing a little audition and I seen the young ladies just nice and dressed up just to be a bottle girl. And I was like, wow. And one of the guys called him a pimp. He called himself a pimp. So it was like, I don't know. I just wouldn't want my daughter to do that. So I'm like, ladies, let's do something different.
I can't even. Real. That's real. I didn't even. Didn't know if that was a perfect hot take because it shouldn't even be a hot take because it's real. But I mean, sometimes they gotta do what they gotta do to get some bread. But like,
do they?
Honestly, no, they They don't have to. They don't have to.
I was like, wait right here. Do they really?
You don't have to. There's so many other things that could be done. You know,
I'm saying because I believe in equality, Jax. Because like what? Because Jax, what if your son came out here and was like, y'all trying to be a bottle nigga?
Bottle nigga.
Well, hey, I got to do what I got to do to make ends meet. Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie. If your son out here and said some shit like that, I would pull that nigga to the side. And be like, how much?
I do him like that gorilla, bro.
I will pull Jackson's son to the side and be like, nigga, how much do you need? Your father don't even have to know about. Hey, how much do you need, brother? I'll stand in the gap. It just gets to a point.
Speaking of disappointed sons, we forgot to talk about it, but that Falcons dude, the son for the Falcons defensive coordinator,
oh
the
yeah,
one who across the door, bro.
Hell.
I think like, the Falcons got fined like $250,000, and then I think the coach himself got fined like 100 racks.
150.
I would have knocked my son out, bro. I can't believe that shit. 100 because you want to be stupid.
I've never made $100,000 mistake. I don't think I've ever made $100,000 mistake. I don't even think the mistakes I've done has accumulated to $100,000.
It hasn't even added up to 100,000.
It's never. I don't even think.
Nah, bro. I think his son is like 20 or 21 or something like that. That's all. Like, we would have been fighting, like actually, like fighting. Not that nigga's head off.
Yo, telling your son to put his hands up is crazy. No, you know what's crazy? Because this is how I know, like, black fathers need to be in higher power, in higher positions. Because if that was a black father, best believe that nigga would be at that podium too. That I'm not gonna call him no kid. That 21-year-old man, you gonna go up here and you gonna formally apologize. You gonna put a suit on and you gonna talk to them reporters. So you can really feel the wrath, nigga. Because
I was surprised it was only the dad at that press conference. But yeah, my son would have been up there. He would have been the one talking. I'm not gonna lie, but that's neither here nor there.
On guy, and on top of that, and he working that off. He working that 100K off in hard labor. I'm making a menu of chores that whatever you need to do, and you will labor your way into this. I don't need you hitting a nice little parlay to pay your shit off, nigga. No, because your individual work, that's not enough for me. That's not enough. I need you working hard. I don't care. Jax, what's your hot take?
All right, my hot take. I know we did all that gorilla stuff, but my hot take is that gorilla would kill all of us. It don't matter how many niggas. You and me like 500. That gorilla would kill all of us. It don't matter what's right, whether it be sending people in the way, everybody jumping on it. If everybody jumps on him, like the first 5 people are gonna die, he's gonna like use their bodies as weapons to kill the rest of us, bro. Like that gorilla is tearing all of us up. Like it has a survival. It's made of complete muscle. It's born in the goddamn wild wilderness. It has a survival instinct we don't have, bro. Like it's probably been in hella fights already to survive. Like it already knows what to do in that situation. So that gorilla is going to murder us very quickly. I'm not gonna hold it. Probably in like 100 people, one gorilla, one silverback, or 100 people. It'll probably take us out in like 10 minutes. It probably takes us out like 10 minutes.
Give us some credit.
10 minutes?
10, yes.
Damn. Bro. Everybody would die in 10 minutes?
Maybe not die, but be like wounded greatly. Like I might not be dead, but like my arm might be ripped off. And like he might have like knocked you out with the arm or something.
Honestly, 10 minutes is a long time though. I'm not gonna
lie. 10 minutes is a long ass time, bro.
10 minutes is that's a lot. That
it might be over faster than 10 minutes. Because ain't you seen like there be stories about like little chimpanzees ripping people's face off? That's a chimpanzee. That's like a baby chimp that's like this big, bro. Like a gorilla? No, sir.
The average fight that you see in the hood only it only go past 30 seconds. And when the last fight I was in, I know it was probably 30 seconds. It felt like 2 minutes. It felt like 2 minutes in my head. Cause I'm like, God damn, we fight
That's
for a little minute. Nah, nigga, it's been 30 seconds. I'm like, oh, 30.
So that drill is killing all of us. But that's my hot take, bro.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm not. I gotta respect it. Honestly, I do have to respect that. Now, man, look, it's been a pleasure, man. It's been a pleasure, man. I appreciate you for hopping on the podcast. Please tell me, plug your stuff, man. You be doing content on the side, man. Like we wanna push this audience to you. Where can they go follow you?
Hey, look, I want to hit a Brad. Y'all ain't gotta do that. I'm good on it. I'm just here to support you.
That's cool.
Look, that was player. I'm gonna have to take his cards. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's all I got for y'all. You know,
We'll plug it for you. At least follow him. Follow him at kingjordanbook. I know that's his Instagram.
I appreciate it.
Rapping with him on there.
For sure. And before we get off, man, any last words? Any last words from any of y'all? Any last quote of the day, or y'all got anything, Jack?
I always say it, man. You want to change your life? Go do some life changing shit, man. Go act like Book. You want to change your life? He do life changing shit all the time.
He be doing life changing stuff every day. Every day he doing something different.
Every day I do something different, huh? Control what you control for real. What else I was gonna say? Hey man, if you want to go viral on TikTok, just keep posting, bro. That's all I got.
Okay. One of them things gonna blow up at some point. Some will blow up. You gotta keep posting.
Yes, all you gotta do.
All you gotta do. And as far as for me, myself and I, follow the pod. Don't talk to me unless you subscribe to the podcast. I'm on my Pat Bev shit. No cap. I want 300 extra subs. That means 300 people need to be talking to me. I need to talk to 300 people before the week is over. I need 300 subs, or don't interview me, don't talk to me type shit. Nah, I'm just playing. But without further ado, this is the Play for Keeps podcast. We are slowly approaching that 100 episode.
Not even slowly. It's gonna be here.
Gonna be here by the end of May. So I'll have some stuff ready for y'all. And without further ado, we'll catch y'all next week. Go touch some grass. Go get some bitches. Okay.